Mario Kart has a variety of tracks, some easy and some very difficult. Today I will be counting down my top 10 picks for the most difficult ones. I will only be focusing on Nitro tracks for this video, not the retros. Let me know your picks in the comments. And before we get into the video, yes, I know this isn't the Mario Kart 64 review I promised, that will be next week. Anyways, let's get into the video. The sheer amount of chaos of this track alone earns this track the number 10 spot. Like seriously, you turn the corner and BAM! A truck absolutely destroys you. At the end you follow boost pads until a car decides to change lanes out of nowhere. Like, this track is super intense and can screw you up real hard. Yeah, the big dinosaur track. What makes this track difficult is the bridge section. I find it impossible to stay on and fall off all the time. There are also many water geysers that can trip you up. Yeah, for all you newer Mario Kart fans out there, you can't just trick off the water geysers in this game. And honestly, it's better that way. You also can't forget the impossible item boxes under the dinosaur. Maybe it's just me, but I can't seem to grab them without hitting him. Mario Kart 8's Rainbow Road isn't my favorite Rainbow Road, but with all the wavy turns with no guardrails, it's not an easy track. If you're playing 200cc, you are pretty much screwed if you don't have a decent combo, because even brake drifting can't save you from this one. Double Dash's Rainbow Road is very underrated. What makes this track so hard is the limited amount of guardrails and sensitive controls to the game. Like one slight touch the wrong way and you'll hear Luigi screaming off the track. The boost panels all over the track can keep you going fast, which makes the turns even harder. This track is a track that is really hard, but in a fun way. Some of y'all are seeing this track on the list and are confused, and the rest are wondering why it isn't higher. Well, for those of you that haven't played Donut Plains 3 in Super Mario Kart, good for you. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's version is fine, but this one has impossible turns, a very skinny road, and Monty Moles on top of all that. Also, if you fall into the water, you have to climb out on your own. This track is way harder than it should be. The classic traffic track. The vehicles are scaled much bigger than we see in later games, which makes this track so much more difficult. There are also many butt-clenching moments, like a 2-lane section at the end where you have to squeeze between two vehicles sometimes. And don't even get me started on mirror mode, because the footage can explain itself here. This track was the first traffic track and also the most difficult. I guarantee a lot of you are confused right now, but Yoshi Valley takes the number 4 spot. Why, you may ask? Well, the route that is later replaced by a bridge is impossible to do in this game. First, you have to avoid whatever the heck these things are, then you have to line up to take the path, and lastly you have to somehow make the twists and turns flawlessly. And for the whole track, if you fall off at all, then you actually fall, and you will sit there and wait as your character tumbles down, rethinking playing the darn game in the first place. You also can't forget about that massive Yoshi egg that is really hard to avoid at times. A lot of you may be surprised to see Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road not at number 1, but there are definitely more difficult tracks out there. The weird physics and wacky turns definitely can throw beginners out the window for a conversation about a decent placement though. The first Rainbow Road is at number 2 for this list, and while the remakes seem relatively easy, this one doesn't play. Guardrails? Who needs those? A wide track so you don't fall off every turn? Absolutely not. And to spice it up even more, why don't we have the AI litter the track with items? Still not hard enough. Oh, I got it. Let's put an unnecessary amount of thwomps on the track for players to squeeze between. That'll make the track hard enough. This is a track that people kind of forget about, but if you want a real challenge, then you've come to the right place. Nintendo made an incredibly wavy track with lots of ramps and speed boosts, except instead of just an open design, they just made the whole outline ramped. Like, this makes the track look cool if you're good at the game, but for regular beginners, all I have to say is good luck. This track is a sneaky one. Be extra careful or you will be rethinking your entire Mario Kart career. Which tracks do you think are really hard? Was there any that I forgot about? Let me know in the comments and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one.